My name is Lenny Vermoss. This is my email address as well as my home website. I also have a site where I keep additional documents with homework strategies that can be found here. Homework Sums is an activity that I found on a blog, and the blog is listed here if you'd like to follow up more. Okay. Today we're going to look at an instructional strategy called Homework Sums. Homework Sums is a process where you have some type of problem that you want students to be working on, and the students will work in groups of 3 or 4 students. In this case, we're going to use 3 students, and we have 3 different problems, and the students are going to get the problem, they're going to work the problem, and then they're going to solve the problem. They're going to take the answer from the other 2 people and come up with a sum for the 3 questions that they have. They're going to tell the teacher what the sum is for those questions, and the teacher will either give them a thumbs up, you got it right, or a thumbs down, you need to go back and try again. If they get a thumbs up, then they go to the next problem and do the same process. If they get a thumbs down, they have to go back and try to decide which one of them did the incorrect or got the incorrect answer that caused the sum to be wrong as well. And that's where the fun is, because then it's always someone else did the problem and not themselves. So with Homework Sums, what we do is we do the problems, they do the sums, they get another question, they go all the way through. And important to hold them accountable at the end is to let them know at the end of the process they're going to have a quiz over the questions we've been working on. But it's a good way to work cooperatively with whatever kind of problems that you'd have them work on. Okay, so we're going to do an activity now that I think you'll really like. A lot of my things I get from the math journals. So I do the math journals and get some ideas. This one I actually got from a blog that was sent out. And on your sheet there's a deal. And all these homework alternatives are on my homework website. So there's a link to that so you can see those. So these materials are there. But basically, Homework Sum works like this. So you need your response sheet. And I want you to divide your response sheet into 4 parts. Right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some problems, and you're going to work the problems in groups of 3. And then what you're going to do, basically, the thing is you're going to, as a group of 3, you're going to add the questions, the answers together, and then you're going to tell me what that sum is. Just that as a term, homework sum. And if it's right, in the directions, if it's right, what's going to happen is you would come up and get another problem. To facilitate that a little bit, what we're going to do instead is I'm just going to have you show me the answer on the sum on your response sheet, and I'll give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And I would tell you that when I've done this with teachers, it's a little bit of motivating, because you know, everybody, when you get the wrong sum, it's like, well, what'd you do wrong? I know I didn't do it wrong. So it's kind of fun like that. So basically, that's the idea of it, is homework sums. You're going to work together. So let's get, would one of you want to go back there so you have a group of 3? And then would one of you want to come over here so I can have 2 groups of 3 over here? Okay? Okay? Right? Now, if your sum is correct, you're going to get another set of answers. If it's incorrect, you have to work and see who made the mistake. And as I said, that's kind of the fun part. And then when you're done, I think this bottom part in the classroom, we're not going to have a quiz, but this is part of holding kids accountable. So in your classroom, you would say, well, at the end, we're going to have a quiz to see if you know the problems. Right? Now, we're not going to do this one. I have another example. I've used this one, and those of you in the math grade use this, but this was what it would look like. Find the slope of the line. So there's 3 questions here. 3 people, each one would find the slope, and they would add that up, add those slopes up, and tell me the answers. Then I did find the y-intercepts, and then it was the slope and the y-intercept. So that one's a little bit tougher, because then now you have 6 numbers you're adding up instead of 3. Okay? We're going to do a statistics example, right? So what I need is one of you in your group be A, one be B, and one be C. And you guys get a little advantage because you're going to have to, one of you gets to double up. Okay? So what I need is Each person find the range, add up the sums, show it to me, and then you can go ahead and do the mode, the median, and the mean. Okay, so go ahead and add the sums up. Yes. Yes. The mean first, or excuse me, range first, and then mode. Yes, that's right. Some of the modes is right. Sums. This is also found on my website, but these are the directions that the students would have as they go through the activity for homework sums. The nice thing about homework sums is a process that the students go through, because as they're trying to figure out which one was incorrect, there's a lot of cooperative instruction that goes on, a lot of sharing about what you need to do. If the students get it right, then they progress to the next problem, so they're ready to move on. But if they miss a problem, what they do is they work together to find out which problem or why that problem is incorrect. And then when they put the sums together, if they get up with the right answer, then they're ready to go on. So it really works well to share that information and to work together to come up with the correct sum for the group before they go on to the next problem.